Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode on The Reality Shift. Today we are interviewing Njinga Mpanza, and he is of Gagazi FM. And
I thought I was going to be a singer because I used to sing.
oh, you can sing.
I used to sing.
Are we gonna jump on this? Are we gonna jump? Oh, you.
I used to sing.
I used to.
I'm gonna say it again, man. That's when I learned you don't go into business with friends.
Oh, preach.
You just don't, bro. You know, rather go into business with someone and come to it, but don't go in with your friends. Dude. Like it was gratitude, because if you're always wanting, you're always chasing. You know, and when you're always chasing, you're always frustrated. Gratitude allows for things to come to you. Yeah, boy.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode on The Reality Shift. Today we are interviewing Njinga Mpanza, and he is of Gagazi FM, and it's an absolute honor to have him on the show today. We're going to be diving into everything, you know, his dimensions of himself, the epitome, what makes him, and his journey to Gagazi FM and beyond. Njinga, brother,
Good.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, man. Appreciate you. I know we chopped it up, a bit, earlier on, and so I think, as with everything, let's start at the beginning. Who you are, how you grew up. Just talking about your journey, family dynamics, culture, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Hey, what's happening, reality shifters? I don't know.
Reality shifter. You coined the term. You coined it. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man. My name is Njinga Mpanza. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, man. So, the beginning. Jeez.
Yeah,
I think the beginning is being born at Nushifa Hospital.
Okay.
Dr. Khan did the honors. I'm not sure if he's still alive. Shout out to the Khan family. Big ups. So yeah, man. I would say the beginning was my earliest memory of. Look, I've always wanted to be an entertainer. Even when I was a kid, I didn't really play outside with other kids. I always used to be indoors with my action figures, I'd watch a lot of Kung Fu movies, dude. Like, I grew up on Kung Fu movies.
Snap, bro.
My G, you have no idea. It was actually thanks to my grandfather and my uncles, but mostly my grandfather. I knew he'd come on a weekend and he'd bring an awesome Kung Fu movie and we'd watch it. And yeah, so grew up on that. So whenever I'd watch a movie, I would go outside, practice, and then come back when I'm tired. Obviously, now I'm playing with my action figures. I create stories for them, like different scenarios, just to keep it interesting for myself as a kid. And yeah, man, just that alone, I think, just looking back, showed me that I've got a lot of creativity. So I remember being a massive fan of YoTV, dog. I loved YoTV so bad, really bad, dude. And then I remember seeing on the newspaper or something that they had YoTV auditions. So I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, please can I go audition? I think I was in grade 4, grade 5 or something. And she was explaining to me why she couldn't take me there, I'm sure she was making a whole lot of sense, but I wasn't hearing it. I was a kid. I was like, what is my mom saying? Mom, you give me what I want. Why can't you give me? Why can't you give me this? And I think that was my earliest memory of arguing with my mom. I wanted to entertain. Fast forward to primary school. I went to Glen Ashley Junior Primary, grade 1 to 3. Grade 4, I went to Glen Ashley Senior Primary just for 1 year though, right? And in grade 4, I met Nandi Madida for the first time. She was doing cross country at the time. I'll never forget, there was this time she was doing cross country and I was on my way home. I lived close to the school at the time and I just saw her chilling with her friends. I had such a massive crush. I remember, I just chilled next to her, dude. We were kids, so I just chilled next to her and then she showed me this other thing. Those little things that kids used to play, like mats, and then mansion, attic, house, shack, all that stuff with the anyways. After that year, I moved on to Highbury Prep.
Okay.
In Hillcrest. Yeah. So that's one of the best schools in the country, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you right now. One of the best, three of the best years of my life, from grade 5 to grade 7.
Yeah.
From there, I moved to Northwood. Grade 8 and 9, I didn't have friends at school. I mean, I did, but not really friends.
I think that's generally everybody, bro. Like that, in the beginning stage, grade 8 and 9, you're still finding your feet, getting out of that awkwardness,
And coming from a school like Highbury, where manners is everything, and then you go to Northwood, not to say that there aren't any manners in Northwood. Northwood has the best mannered men, just putting it out there. But
represent.
Just in Northwood. So at Highbury, we were taught that you need to stand when a teacher speaks to you. If you speak to a teacher, I did that at Northwood, and even the teacher laughed at me. Like, "What are you doing? Sit down." It was so that shift, made me feel like a loner. So but obviously, being a human being, you're gonna interact with other human beings, but that allowed for me to chill with different types of people at school. I chill with the Indian crew, chill with the colored crew, chill with the white O's, chill with the black O's. I was a boarder as well, in boarding school. So it allowed for me to, and also just going to different schools, I became really good at people interaction, but it was at Northwood when I really, really, really made the decision to be an entertainer.
Okay.
Look, Northwood has produced some Northwood should be a creative school.
Nah.
Shumwisi comes from Northwood. Tula the song comes from Northwood.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. We've got two DJ Sandy, so we've got Beast from Afrotainment as well.
Okay.
There's so many people there. So if I didn't, Uzulum Katini, he comes from Northwood. If I didn't mention you, apologies. But there was just that vibe. And the thing about Northwood, we weren't really good at rugby and all of that, like the other schools. But we could party. Northwood O's, my G, can't touch a Northwood O when it comes to a party. Even today, some of the best DJs in the circuits come from Northwood. Sizo, a few other guys, So Northwood is where I made the decision, I'm going to entertain. Because I'm doing it now. People are responding. People seem to like my vibe. So I thought I was going to be a singer because I used to sing.
Oh, you can sing?
I used to sing.
Are we gonna jump on this? Are we gonna jump? Oh, you.
I used to sing.
I used to.
I'm gonna say it again, man. Anyways, fast forward. Now we're at Varsity College.
Okay.
Varsity College. Same thing. A lot of different people. I met Sasso from Dream Team at Varsity College. Kaya Zaza, we were in the same class, which you see was Zalo.
Okay.
Literally in the same class. At VC, that whole. I was attracting creative people, and I was attracted to creative people, and I didn't realize it because it was just a vibe thing, back then. I mean, how do you know that someone is gonna be,
bro?
You don't.
It's all organic, bro.
It's all organic, I'm building up all of these skills, unaware, that I'm developing these skills, and at the time I'm thinking. My life isn't going anywhere. What am I doing with myself? I have no idea what I'm doing. You look at your peers and you realize that, oh my gosh, O's are making things happen. O's are buying houses. Whatever the case may be. Pressure, you know what I'm saying? Shy of pressure. And you beat yourself up, but nobody actually you hate everyone. But nobody's doing anything to you. You end up beating yourself up mentally, Kiwi, he hooked me up with a job at the Platinum Group, Hilton Wayne. And that's when everything started changing, started getting my confidence back, because, it's a suit store, you're going to feel confident, From there, I went to Csquared, we launched Csquared in KZN, with Mark Percy, Nosilo Kanyile. Oh, we killed it. We killed it, bro. At Csquared, it was a challenge because it's a suit store, but it's not your conventional suits. Now you got your red coats, or there's a lot more color. There's a lot more design. It's whereas Hilton Wayne it was solids. You get a navy suit, charcoal suits, whatever. At Csquared, you can mix it up.
Now you've already acquired a skill, the most valuable skill in the world, to sell.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's the truth.
So we needed to create a demand. Now there was this movie I watched, Keeping Up with the Joneses. Have you ever watched that movie?
I think I have. But I've watched so many movies, so you know when you watch too many,
So there's a concept in that movie called stealth marketing, right? Basically selling to your customers without them know that you are selling to them, you know? So what we did was that we started doing everything in suits. The name for it was Dapper Movement. You know, like you'd sweep the floor wearing a suit, you'd wash the dishes wearing a suit, you'd just do everyday things in a suit. You know, wearing suits, and then it started to catch on. And we freaking made sales. Like Csquared, y'all owe us. So I had lots of different work, you know, until at some point I started having I'd have conversations with my customers, but everything changed when I started having real conversations with them. And then you get like a young guy who's younger than me, you know, telling me about dude, Aish, bruh, I woke up this morning, you know, I went to a coffee shop, you know, I did some trading, you know, now I'm here, I'm gonna go home and sleep, bro. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. And I'm working 2, 3, 4 jobs. I'm not sleeping. That started, you know, a seed was planted. I was like, why am I working so hard? You know, like something inside me awoke, like, dude, come on, you can do better. And then the day I made the decision, I remember I was rocking, I think it was like the new suits, it was amazing. I was like, you know, like walking, everybody's looking at me, signing at me, you know. And then I caught my reflection, and I remember seeing like, oh my gosh, you look like $1 million. And then I was like, fuck, but I don't have $1 million. What's the point of looking like $1 million? You don't got $1 million. And that shit, like that thoughts grew and grew and grew. And every time I wore a suit, I was like, what am I doing? I'm selling a lifestyle I'm not living. Like, you know what I'm saying? This until it became I quit my job, started an events company with my friends, Lifestyle Experience. We did well for a while. We did very well for a while. You know, we took the whole suit narrative, we put it into parties. And then that fell apart. That business failed dismally, very bad. And you know, that's when I learned you don't go into business with friends.
Ooh, preach.
You just don't, bro. You know, rather go into business with someone and become friends, but don't go in with your friends, dude. Like,
that's powerful.
Now, for sure, dude. Like, if you care about your friendship, you know, because if you go into business with a friend, you're gonna lose your friendship, whether the business succeeds or not. Whereas if you go into business as not friends, you've already got that business foundation of no, nah, dude, this is not how we're doing things. And then the friendship develops over time, you know, because of the respect, you know. And then radio happened, dude, you know, and it was I was telling you, like, this is literally how I got into radio, dude. I was driving down the freeway. I had no idea what I was going to do because the eventing thing was done. No venue owners wanted to work with me. I burned my bridges with a whole lot of people because I was drinking a lot, dude, you know, lots of alcohol. Alcohol isn't all that good. And I remember I used to listen to DYR often because they played music. So I remember hearing someone speak. I'm like, and they were talking so much shit, dude. But it was entertaining. I remember just laughing, like, oh my word. And then I was like, I can do this, you know? I called DJ Dash. I'm like, it said, dog, where's DYR? Because I saw Gucci used to do mixes there. I was like, yo, where's DYR? I was like, no, it's at the Bat Center. I go there and I just started chilling. But Andy Kerr at the time was running the show. Tim Lewis was there. We had Carla Pretorius. We had Abigail Beard. Who else was there? Giselle Human was also there. A few other people, you know. So that was like DYR when it was nothing, when it had fallen. I guess it was great, and then it had fallen, and then for 2 years it was quiet, and then it came back on, it's just music. So that was the starting team for DYR's rebirth. You know? Chilled there for 2 weeks until one day Andy was like, dude, Ikasa's like, we need presenters, do you want to come on air? I was like, yeah, that's why I'm here, dude. We grew it by doing a lot of interviews and letting people know that we're going to give them a birthday shout out, you know, because that creates listeners, you know. If I'm going to interview you, what are you going to do? You're going to post that there I've got an interview. Our listenership is growing, you know. So we did that quite well. At this point, Kevin Minter Brown was already around, you know. He took DYR to the absolute next level, bro. Like to what it is today on Florida Road. Him and Cameron Claessens, you know, they did a fantastic job with Miles as well. Shout out to Mr. Miles. 2017. Oh, by the way, 2016, my son passed away.
Jeez,
at the end of October. Yeah, dude, that was hectic.
Jeez.
And I'm only mentioning that. Usually I don't mention that, but I'm mentioning that because when that happened, I think I actually went insane. I probably still am. I don't know. How do you know if you're insane? But yeah, radio was the only thing that made me feel sane. You know, because I was not sober unless if I was on radio. Yeah. Like the whole year of 2017 was actually one of my worst years of my whole life, dude. That year really sucked, you know, dipping in and out of depression. Yeah. I was always fucked. But I knew that when I was going on air, I needed to be sober, you know. And I actually, like when I was on air, it made me feel like everything's okay, kind of thing, you know. So I sort of like, it was an escape. It really was. Radio was an escape. I'm not even like lying.
Yeah, an escape that saved you.
It literally saved me, dude. Yeah. Radio, you know, radio was there. You know what? God was there for me. It was you know. And then 2018 comes, you know, things are a bit better, you know, I've healed a lot more, you know, obviously, you know, that kind of pain never goes away, but I've healed a lot more, you know, I'm focused, and at that time, people were getting picked up by other stations, and I remember feeling like, why am I not being selected, you know, and I'd call Archie Machola. Archie Machola was one of my mentors, man, shout out to Archie. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing radio. I was actually getting so frustrated because I felt like, you know what, I'm good enough, and I'm certainly better than everyone that's, no disrespect, but
no,
better
but you
than,
have to think about that for yourself.
But it's
dog.
You are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what it is, bro.
I honestly did, and it was frustrating me. Like, why am I not getting picked up? And I remember calling Archie, like, you know, every second day, like, yo, I'm not getting picked up, you know, what am I doing? He's like, dude, just relax, dude. What do you want to do? I'm like, you know what, I'm going to find a job, dude. Because, you know, we weren't getting paid at DYR. This was purely for the love. 2 years of hardcore love. Using your own money, by the way. You know, but he'd always just, you know, reassure me. Just be like, yo, dude, relax, dude, you know. And then DJ T stepped in. I asked him to now make me his project, you know. Shout out to DJ T. Yeah. He groomed me, you know, properly. And then I made the decision to leave the Real Drive because I wanted to see if the time slot makes me or if I make the time slots, you know. Okay. So I asked to go to a nighttime show. I think it was 8 to 10. Yeah. 8 to 11 or something, you know. And it took a while, you know, but I started, you know, killing it there as well. I made peace with the fact that I'm okay with being at DYR. I don't care if I get recruited or not. Okay. I'm just going to do my thing because at the end of the day, I love what I'm doing. It was gratitude, because if you're always wanting, you're always chasing, you know, and when you're always chasing, you're always frustrated. Gratitude allows for things to come to you, dude. So that's what gratitude does, Vetu. And funny enough, that year, 2018, my grandfather died, and I went to go see him a day before he died. You know, he was like asleep. He woke up when I came through and he was like, no, I'm giving it a green light. And then he goes back to sleep. So I was like, what? I step outside, email is in, Gagazi FM wants to do an interview. Yeah, man, Gagazi FM interview, dude. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dude. That was crazy, dude. And I like, dude, I was okay with it not happening. So when it happened, it was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I did the interview. Shout out to Mimi Casares, man. You know, he gave me an opportunity when he didn't have to, dude. You know, because I was like the only person that's not like a public figure. You know, when I came through, you know, I mean, dude, I'm surrounded by the likes of DJ Vu, my DJ Lab, Colin Zondo, the Kings of the Weekend, Vetu. Yabo fethu khona umzokoloko ngala fethu Felix Lope fethu Yeah, but the list goes on, dog. Yeah, but and I'm looking around, mates, and I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my goodness. I actually asked Mimi the one time. I was like, Mimi, like, do you really think like I'm okay with this? Like, dude, I wouldn't have chosen you if I didn't think you had it in you, dude. And when he said that, it gave me strength, dude. You know, like sometimes people don't realize the smallest things they say. They're like, well, sometimes we as people don't realize smallest things, bro, either makes or breaks someone. You know, you don't know how someone looks at you, how much someone values your opinion. You could say, not to say you have to rely on Abadu to tell you good things all the time, because you know, just being mindful of what you're saying, dude. You know, so 2019 we won a radio award at the Liberty Radio Awards.
Jeez.
Dude, it was crazy. Because like we were just happy to be nominated. Zisto and I mean, it was the Kings of the Weekend, Alex and Tiane, nominated alongside radio greats and legends. You know, like it's like the summers of awards. You know, so when we won, it was so freaking crazy, dude. But yeah, now we're here.
You've just taken me on a ride,
dude.
Like, and I've really been, you know, just engulfed in, you know, everything that you've been diving into and talking about. One thing that I want to really talk about, because we're in this current time, lockdown. Let's talk about you personally. How was your personal journey through the lockdown, through COVID-19, and coming out of that? And you know, what was that process like for you?
Oh, yeah, sure, man. But personally, I still went to work. I had a permit. You know, it was weird driving in the empty streets. Yeah. It was nice, but it was weird. You know, because at that time it was like everyone was still really, really scared, you know. So I was like, geez, bro, I'm risking my shit. Yeah. You know? And then the worst thing happened, bro. I lost my my show. The 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. So I was only doing the chart show. So that means it's a massive pay cut. Because I do that show 5 days a week. I only do the chart show, you know. So a majority of my paycheck was, that was tough, bro. But luckily, shout out to Mimi K. He hooked me up with some opportunities to make extra cash. I did some technical production for the Drive Time show, actually for the 12 to 3 Drive Time and Indaba. You know, you know, it's crazy. People kept asking me for money, dude. They think I have money. I'm like, what the? Dude, it was so weird, bro. During lockdown, something spectacular happens. My IT is Dangiti now, they were more prone to interview, so I started getting more interviews. So maybe that's why people thought I was getting money. But when we told, so interview, ban. How's it to people I haven't spoken to in years, bro? I'm going to come in high school extension. I was sitting on the ride up face. Yo, bro. But yeah, it's like, yo, bro, it's shy if it's like shy. How did you think it?
Majority of the time I was in Mfume.
Mfume?
Yeah.
Showcase. Do you know DJ Ker?
Nah. But what I want to say is that, right? So it's got a nice, you know, little farm type vibes there that, you know, and you know, I was going through the most. I came out of hospital at that time, and it was a wonderful place just to recuperate, you know, in nature, and it was lovely. When I came back, like, it was really proud. And everybody here is cooped up, everybody's agitated, and people are just like, you know, bro. So I was only here for 2 weeks, and I'm going back to Symphony, and that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me, bro. Sure. So that was basically my story, you know, during lockdown. But so there is, you know,
you sort of enjoyed it, basically. Yeah. I understand. I mean, too. In my car, it's quite nice, man. Yeah, it's quite nice in my car.
Let's talk a bit about as men. You know, right now the boy child is going through the most, you know. So what, you know, advice, what would you give from your experience to any, you know, boy child going through emotions and, you know, whatever it is that they're going through, how to process, how to approach life? So would you have anything, you know, just to talk to the youth about, you know, about that and your struggles? You've been through much and you've come out on the other side, you know. Sure. So I think that's important for persons and young persons to actually hear, you know, what you have to say in that regard. Yeah.
Spend time with your time. Spend time with your father, you know, if you can, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
if you have a father, or any,
Well, yeah, any father figure, you know. I mean, Which that's the thing. It's tricky when you say father figure because sometimes you know, like a father figure for you because of maybe your environment could be umchita or mshaywe singa ohlezi enza wrong yabona if it's ohlezi whatever, you know, that could be a father figure for you yabo. And but if you can ngishi time a biological father, you know, because that ubaba wako loves you unconditionally. And yabona mfethu uzogaya advice out ngendlela nawe uzoyi-understand because uyithima lakho yabona. So that I think is important mfethu. Other than that, yabo with us mfethu, especially as okay, I can't talk for other cultures. Tina Tina, as a boy child, you are loved because it's a single. You most of us are raised by single mothers. You know, you are loved your whole life until you are like 19, 18. And then now, so hey, ham your sevens, you become nothing if you don't work. You know, so you go from all this love, and because it's single mom vibes, there's no stern hand, it's all just soft love. It's all we know as boy children, you know. And then suddenly, boom, you're treated different because I'm not Hispanic. So a lot of us become obsessed, you know. A lot of us think money is our will make us feel better, you know. But land of it, we eat deep land of it, you know. Like, and it's a repeating cycle for every single guy that doesn't take responsibility when they impregnate a woman, you know, because they're just repeating the cycle. As a boy child, when you grow up, and then suddenly now you need to start making money in order to feel loved. Because even with girlfriends,
that's powerful. In order to feel,
dog, like it's rough for us, my G. Even with a girlfriend, you can't get a decent girlfriend. You
just have to put it out there.
You can't, bro. You know what I'm saying, mate? So like everything about us as young Zulu men, to be loved, to think imali. Basically, boy. Like everything tells us that. So we don't have the option to pursue our passions and our dreams. I mean, shout out to my mom. She actually let me do that. You know, I mean, she knew it's okay, fine. This kid clearly wants this thing. I'm gonna let him do it. You know, she supported me, but I was fortunate. You know, a lot of guys don't have that luxury. It doesn't matter how good you are at whatever it is you're good at. It's good to and then you'll end up taking a job as whatever it is you're doing. You hate your job and you hate yourself because you know this is not what I want to do, and you grow up with that hatred. And the thing about emotion, is that it grows, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman can't teach a boy to be a man, bro. No matter how much she loves him, no matter how much she research she does,
is needed. You know.
So now, as a boy child, we are cooler. You realize, okay, I'm different from my mom. You know, there's things I'm not gonna talk to my mom about. You know. Because of not understanding certain things, not having access to certain things, resources and stuff, and then you grow up with that anger. Who's figure about 35? By that time, it explodes and you kill your wife, whatever. You know, some crazy shit happens. You just need to deal with our shit, bro. And it's hard to deal with your shit if you don't know what your shit is. Like, I'm actually to think money, it's okay, fine. I want to shine your face, so grand if it's nah, dog. You need to freaking heal your shit, dog.
Whoa.
Fix your ecosystem. And girls sense that thing, you know? Like, that's why you get like ugly ass dudes with really nice girls. It's because he's fixed his eco. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's what we don't get. That's why a lot of guys, they make money thinking money's gonna solve their problem. And then they realize that all the girls aren't coming to them. You know, would say, how no, but I've got the money. Want the girls coming to me, then they start being forceful. Because I will humble nam kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? A self-confident man doesn't do that, dog. If you got confidence, you don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's like we know, it's like you know, when a woman is angry, she will say certain things. Boy, like when, like, you know, like as a match, if you're angry with each other. Okay, whatever, we're just gonna avoid each other. When a woman is angry, she's going to say hurtful things. She will. Women know this. You know what I'm saying? And as umchi, she'll say something, oh, make more money than you, whatever, you know, something really hurtful, you know. Now, if you're not a self-confident man, if you don't know yourself, if you're not like down with your shit, you're gonna hit her. Whereas it's more, you'll understand. It's okay.
A lot of people don't talk about these aspects of the psychological abuse and these kind of things that you know.
That's why you need time. There's no one to do. You're gonna talk to your friends. Like your friends are now, as friends, we're teaching each other how to treat women and to be in a relationship. What are your friends gonna teach you? What the fuck do they know? You know what I'm saying, dog? You'll understand. It's okay, fine. My woman is angry. Let me calm myself, because what she said is hurtful. Let me calm myself down. Let me take a walk. And let's talk about this. So I can find, because this is why people say a woman will always win an argument, because at some point, even if she realizes she's losing the argument, she's gonna like say something to win. So you move away. So you need to calm down. Everyone calms down. Come back. Okay. So for me to say what I said earlier, it was because of ABC. I didn't like ABC. Okay, not even Mudrismam, a human being, people respond to respect. Some people don't, and that's okay. And it goes back to how they were raised, but that's fine. But as far as I know, everybody responds to respect. And if you're going to speak to someone with respect, they will acknowledge it and they will reciprocate it. You know what I'm saying, though? Spend as much time in a timer. If you don't have a timer, that's fine. Be the timer that you don't have. Finish it.
Njinga Mpanza. That's the one. Yo, man. My guy, it's an absolute honor.
Thank you, man.
It's an absolute honor. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate you, brother, man. It's been lovely. But finally, please do let everybody know your socials, where they can find you, how they can engage, where they can book you.
Yo, by the way, I hope one day Liswe gets to share his story, because we spoke about it off air, and I feel like it's something that a lot of guys could relate to as well, you know. So maybe one day, you know, he'll share his story. My guy, you are a genuine dude, bro.
Appreciate you.
Oh wait, COVID regulations.
No, it's okay. It's not we got it somewhere here. I don't know where it is.
But yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. Reality Shift. I love that name so much, dude. Like that is something that actually, like, this is something that could immortalize you, bro.
Thank you.
I let me just say that. And also social media, Instagram at Njinga Mpanza. Actually, it's just Njinga Mpanza across all platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Majid.
Oh man, guys, I hope you've learned something, you've taken away, you know, key insights. You know, it's absolutely a wonderful thing to engage with persons, have genuine, authentic conversations about themselves and their journeys. Because this is what we need. We need real stuff. Okay, so please do like, subscribe at Litswe Mboto and at The Reality Shift SA on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. And until the end of time, we spread the love. Njinga,
Spread the love, bro. Spread the love, man.